Hi guys, James from DBG and welcome to another bit of an army chat. As I said in the previous one, this is the second force which you've already seen the unboxing for. It is 1000 points of Conflict 47 Japanese. Now, if you go from left to right, if you can remember what was in the box, we had 24 Japanese infantry, which are these guys at the front here. We have 10 with an LMG, the rest have rifles. We have the officer and his attendant. We have 12 with an LMG and rifles. At the back there we have the Type 97 Chiha with the compression cannon, the battle exoskeleton armoured dudes in the middle. Then we have the 12 infantry with compression rifles, the 10, I'm going to get this right, hang on one second, I've got to read the box. Shibito, basically undead zombies. And then last but not least, we have the Scorpion Light Walker. All in all, 1000 points of Japanese Conflict 47 goodness. I'm just going to pick up a few. So this is the officer. He is armed with a sword and a pistol, which automatically gives him the tough fighter special role, and he is going to be quite nasty in close combat. Then we have his attendant. Again, he's again armed with a sword and a pistol, but he has a bugle, just to represent him giving bugle calls at his officer's command. The rest of the guys, you've got your standard. Oh, one more thing, that all the NCOs have a katana, just to help mark them out on the battlefield. Not all of them have a flat cap or the field cap, but there's an LMG dude with a bayonet attached to the LMG. The Japanese actually did that. They actually had bayonet lugs on their light machine guns. And this one here, this is one of my, growing up as a kid reading Commando comics, this is the archetypal pose. You would see the Japanese running at you, bayonet fixed. Right, let's have a look at the battle exoskeleton. This is the NCO. He's armed with a SMG and a combat blade. And as I said, these are all very samurai and very cool. I've done none of them with the open helmets because I didn't think they looked that good, to be perfectly honest. Now, is this the Chiha? This is the up armoured version with the other turret. In real life it had I think it was a 47mm anti-tank gun in it. This obviously has a compression cannon in it, which is, I've just seen something, I've just seen some resin I need to trim. Oh, quite embarrassing. Okay, I'll do that later. Then we have these guys here, the Shibito. This guy is clearly Japanese. Walking around, and a lot of them have broken bits of wood or tree, or this one's got a piece of metal as weapons. Let's look at this guy here. This guy is Australian, which I think he is. No, he's not. He's Japanese again. Where's the Australian dude? Here he is. As you can tell, he's Australian because he's wearing a bush hat and he has a lump of wood. I'm just going to show you this guy from the compression. I've never had, so there we go, so much trouble getting these metal arms to fit to a plastic body, even with super glue. That's one bad side of all games, metals and plastics. They don't seem to want to stick to each other. So what I had to do, you get the smallest piece of blue tack or equivalent, tiny piece, and you put it on the plastic part. Then you add your tiny dot of super glue, and you push the parts together, and the tiny hand, not too big, otherwise you're just using blue tack to stick stuff together. It just holds on to the metal component long enough for the super glue to adhere and harden. Now this lovely little thing is a scorpion light walker. Let's see if I can get it focus. It's very cool. It's quite heavy because obviously the legs are quite big and they're clearly made of metal, so it's quite heavy, but it's very little. I think it's so cool. Imagine a little guy sitting in there with his machine gun and his compression cannon. Yeah, so there we go. That is the 1,000 points of Japanese to go up against the 1,000 points of American. Now, as I said in the American one, these guys are all going in the box because I have a job I need to start very soon. And because of life and work, this has taken a couple of days longer than I thought it would to get these guys together. So I need to get the job started. Again, there'll be a video about that. So these are going in the box and will hopefully come out at some point, either this year or early next year, to get painted up so we can start doing some Conflict 47 games. So, as usual, do check the links in the description for our affiliates and sponsors. The Goblin Gaming one will send you right through to the shop and then will give us a tiny bit so we can again buy stuff and do some reviews and stuff for you. Again, there's Patreon there as well, which does the same thing. You can do as little as $1 a month, and then once that builds up, we can start getting some stuff in and do some more reviews and stuff for you. And as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.